Alright, today I'm going to teach you how to tune a guitar using a tuner. The first thing you need to know is your musical alphabet. So as you can see, it's A through G. You have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then in between some of the notes we have sharp notes. So between A and B there's A sharp. Between C and D there's C sharp. Between D and E there's D sharp. Between F and G, F sharp. After G comes G sharp. Now, once you get to G sharp, the musical alphabet repeats again. So it starts all over. You have A, okay, and then you'd have A sharp. I forgot to write the A sharp there, but trust me, it keeps going. And before we had A, before that we had notes leading up to A, which was G, and then G sharp, and then it goes to A. Okay, so that's our musical alphabet. There are flats, which we won't talk about, but on the tuner, these are the notes you're going to see. Between B and C, notice there is no sharp note. Also between E and F. Okay, so these are all the possible notes we can see on our tuner screen. The tuner here, right here. Okay. Now, you also need to know, in order to tune, you need to know the notes of the guitar. Here are the notes of the guitar. Okay, this is our low note. Low note meaning low by frequency or by pitch. So in other words, low, low, low. It's this note here. Low, low, low. That's our low E. High, high, high. That's our high E. This one up here. Okay, so if you're tuning, you need to know your roadmap. You need to know that this low string is to be tuned to E. Okay, no matter what the tuner says, you got to get it to E. So the tuner might say D sharp, it might say C, might say F sharp. Okay, but we need it to be on E. The other notes, A, D, G, B, E, those are the strings of the guitar. Now, how do you remember that? An easy way is down here. Eddie, 8, dynamite, goodbye, Eddie. So if you can remember that, you can remember your roadmap for every note you're supposed to tune to, every string you're supposed to tune to. Okay? So, we're going to start tuning our first note. So I'm going to pluck it here just once. Now I'm on D sharp. Okay. Now if you'll recall, we need that note to not be D sharp. We need it to be E. Okay. If you look at your musical alphabet, we want to get to E, but we're at D sharp. So we got to move higher in pitch to get to E. Now, when you tune the guitar, you want to tune the peg a good quarter turn. Okay? You don't want to baby it and just barely touch it, because it's hardly going to move, and it'll take forever. So give it a good turn. Okay? Now I'm on the proper screen. We want it to be E, and lo and behold, I'm on the E screen. Okay? Now you're not done until you get the right screen and you get the light in the very middle there to light up. So it's right in the middle, that kind of aqua color. That note, that lets you know that you've tuned that one to the proper tune, or the proper note. Okay, now I'm going to do my next note. I'm going to play it. Okay, so I'm on the right screen. It's on A, but it's a little sharp. So I'm going to have to make it lower. Okay. So that would be A. Now, let's say I go too far. I keep going down. Oh no, I'm on G sharp. I've tuned all the way down to G. Okay? Well, that's fine. You just need to recognize, okay, I tuned to G, or actually this one. I tuned to G. I want to be an A, so I got to make it higher. So I'm going to march. If I'm on G, the next screen I'm going to see is G sharp. Then I'll see the A screen, and then I'll get to my center. Okay, so, whoops, that's my E string. Okay, so there's G. It's getting higher. That means I'm going the right way. I'm at G sharp. Notice the color is going in that direction. That means I'm getting higher. A. And then I get to the middle, and I'm done. You can do that for every string. Okay, so I'm on the D screen. I got to get to the middle. G, Eddie 8 Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. So the fourth string here is the G. B and E. Now what if I go too far? What if I go overshoot? Oh, I'm on the F screen. Okay, well we know Eddie 8 Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. It's supposed to be E, that last string, the high one. So if I'm on F, I got to make it lower and get to the E screen. So I'm on F. Whoops, I've gone too far. Whoop, am I going in the right direction? I'm not, right? I'm getting higher. The pitch is getting higher when I should be making it lower. Now I'm getting lower. Now I'm on the right screen. I'm in the middle. That's where I want to be. Now, some important tips. When you're playing, you want to play the string once at a normal amount and let it ring out. You don't want to be playing it super loud like that. Okay, that's too much. You also don't want to be doing too soft. Okay, so just a nice medium sized pick attack there. And just do it once and let it ring and then tune it. Okay? Another thing, the most common mistake that's going to pop strings is students will be trying to tune their E string. And they're tuning away, and then pop, it pops. And they say, boy, my E wasn't even moving. Okay, well that's because if you're playing the E string, but you're tuning the second peg, which goes with the A string, you're not going to see any change. So make sure when you're tuning, you follow the string up. Okay, this is my peg that goes with E. If I'm tuning the A string, that's my second string. This is the peg that goes with the A string. Now that'll become second nature once you get used to it. But to start off, you got to make sure you're tuning the correct peg, okay, with the correct string. Okay, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.